Thanks, Candy.
You bet.
Yes.
Well, one of my questions was, I realized what she was saying was generic for your building, but I wanted to know what you wanted us to do. In the past, if a phone call came from Vern, we didn't really deal with the person. We transferred. I said, let me transfer you to his secretary. And you know, of course, these people are in way different buildings and can't really get a pink slip to you immediately. Do you want all the calls to pretty much go through Joni like before, or do you want calls directly to come to you?
What had happened in the past? So you used to refer them to Joni, and then Joni would pass them on?
Yeah. She knew if you were there. Or
take the message from downstairs, or do you want to pass it?
I think it'd be. Well, you guys tell me. If it seems appropriate, can I refer you on to his office? This is the office. Yeah. I think that's probably
kind of like before.
Yeah. What if Joni's not in? Then.
Yeah. Well, then
I know this would be extra.
Would.
Yeah. Especially if you're on a remote site, emails great. But I don't know. What did she call this? A double messaging? I would love that. I know that's extra work for you guys, but sometimes someone will do that. I get this plus. It might even say I think the person would put on there, I also emailed this to you. Or in my email, it said there's a message in your mailbox. That is fabulous. I love that. So I can speak for you guys too. So I know it's a little extra work there, but
So just being downstairs, I know this sounds crazy, but if we should get that, put it in your mailbox, but still send an email, because we can put it in there at 8:15.
On Thursday morning, when I'm on a conference on Friday, you may not be back till Monday.
But if it's something probably really pressing, we just need to walk it up anyway.
Yeah. And if you think, and the email, usually I can get to it on my phone too.
Okay.
Can I talk quickly about my mailbox downstairs?
Sure.
Is there a way we can? I have a mailbox down in the high school, right? And is there one just for up here? How does that? Maybe we can streamline that somehow.
You have one in there.
Yeah, but sometimes it just stays in my mailbox downstairs. Is there like a business
when
office
does
mailbox?
Joni come down and get the mail?
Yeah. You go down there every day?
Okay.
So I wasn't sure, because I knew there was some stuff down there that I hadn't seen for a few days. But
What time do you usually go down?
10:30 after midnight, please.
Okay.
Or if it's easier just to have one mailbox called business office and it all comes up here, if there's an easier way. But if you think there's a way to improve that, that's fine.
But I'll bring it up when I come up.
Okay.
Your mail.
But that being said, we know that if it's after 10:30, you're not going to get it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So that's why the
Well, you come down later in the day to pick up the mail, so you do come down twice a day.
Or do you guys know there's
Yeah, I
something
try
for
to
it?
just remember to
But if we're transferring calls to you, it will be only a few if you're not at your desk, so.
Or if you put something really important in his mailbox.
Yeah. I'm glad she brought up confidentiality. I remember when Gail was hired. Gail came from a bank, right, at that time, at the bank, and we brought up confidentiality, and she came from a bank. That was a no-brainer. But I need to remember to put that on new hires, and I'm glad Kathy brought that up, because, we're counting dollars, bills on dress down days, and they're on our desks, and sometimes we have to be careful on cash laying around. But not just Chris and Christy, who have sensitive information with who's getting tuition assistance, but there's a lot of confidentiality matters no matter what, and you guys do a good job of that. Yeah, did you hear something? So that's a good message from her too, and it's good to remind everybody that's extremely important. And donor relations, it's incredibly important. Elena and Sharon, they have that drilled into their training. Confidentiality is the most critical thing in fundraising. It's also important in this, in what you guys do too. So I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out, Penny and Ted or Kathy, if there's anything else. But she had some good messages.
I just know that I sometimes, and Candace and Karen know, I mean, when we get upset about something in an office situation, it's really important not to talk about it right then. And I put myself right at the top of that list, because you're right in the middle of a sentence and someone walks in the door, and yes, you can stop, but it's real obvious that that they've caught you in the middle of something that shouldn't have been being said. So I think that's the case in all our offices. They're kind of a big wide open space, and we tend to communicate across the room sometimes. And
the kids talk in a hurry when they get home and tell mom. Dad,
And, yeah, and a
Mom.
kid walks in and hears something,
Yeah.
and they do take it home. I have
Oh,
been,
they do take it
I have
home,
been
yeah.
caught in that. And I think that's good lessons for our teachers in the hallways too, because that definitely happens.
Sure. Well, thanks for taking time, and I know this has been a busy week for next week, so thanks again.